Okay, and we're trying this again. Take two. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is go live on my Instagram. Go live. Let's see. Try to figure this out. This is what happens when you don't go live. You don't really know what's going on here. Okay. All right, we're figuring this out. Let's see. So again, guys, I'm really sorry if you're on here live. If you're on here, I was trying to figure this out. I had to install something that I didn't even realize I didn't even have on my laptop. So I apologize for that. I'm going to be getting started with today's live. I'm going to be answering questions, and hopefully I answer the questions you guys asked to the best of my ability, because ultimately, like, that's what I want to do here. So yeah, let's answer those questions. Sorry about the mess, but what are you gonna do? Okay, so let me go on here. Sorry, let me put this somewhere where you guys could see me. That way I can go live on my People Talk Now account, and I can also go live here on my YouTube. So let's do that. Am I there? Okay. So good morning, everybody. Good morning on YouTube. Good morning on here. I wanted to come on here today and answer some questions. Sorry, I'm not in the best presentation background, but what are you gonna do? We're going live, so we're just gonna roll with the punches. So for today, this is like season 3 for me of People Talk Now. We've been going for a year and a half now, so technically today is episode 75. Hi, Tyler. And so that's why I decided to go live today on my YouTube after a much needed break. This week, I feel good, and I know you guys sent me in a lot of questions, which I'm really grateful for you guys sending me in those questions, because I feel like now I'm mentally prepared to answer some of those questions. If you would have asked me those questions a week ago, maybe I would have kind of answered them, but I really like where my mind's at right now, so I feel like I can answer these questions for you guys. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. A week ago, there's just some crazy things going on through my head, and I know you guys are gonna trip out, but I almost thought about quitting People Talk Now. I know you guys, whoever's here, you're probably very fortunate to hear this, and you're probably like, what? Like, Vanessa, like, why would you think such a thing? A lot of things have been going on in my life that I haven't been honest with you guys and like told you guys what's happening in my life. Not to the full extent of what I would have liked. And I almost let it get into my head that maybe I shouldn't be doing this. But then I feel really humble and I feel really happy when you guys reach out to me and you guys tell me that things that I'm saying, things that I'm doing are helping you guys out. And then like that part of me in my heart, like I'm just like, I can't just leave them. They're my family. They're like an extended family. Like, I worked hard to get you guys to grow with me in this channel and like just this journey of my podcast. Like, so I was like, why? So I needed like that week too to just reflect and just, think about a lot of things and say, like, is this something that I really want to do? Is this something that makes me happy? Is this something, because I don't want to just be making videos. I don't want to just be talking about things that I don't know what I'm talking about. So if you're on my Instagram, I'm also on YouTube right now. I'm on YouTube live, so you can watch me live on YouTube right now. If like you were to go to my account, I'm also live on YouTube saying what I'm saying here on Instagram. So yeah. Well, honestly, like, I feel really good. If you're here this morning, welcome. Sorry about the background. I'm going live, so I don't have time to like get my room ready and clean up and stuff like that. This is the reality of it. Like, my room's all jacked up right now, but I'm okay. I'm happy. I hope you guys are happy too. So let's go ahead and get started. Let's get this intro. So Welcome to People Talk Now. I hope that everybody's good, everybody's vibing today. We are on episode 75. This is season 3 of People Talk Now. We're doing things differently this morning. If you're here this morning, welcome. We're in my room. Everything's all jacked up all over the place, but we're still happy. We're still grateful. I'm grateful that you guys are here. I hope that, whatever you're going through in life, I really truly mean it when I say, like, I'm not just blowing smoke up your, yeah, I really mean it. If you guys are here or you're on my YouTube live, I'm saying the same thing. Oh yeah, Waffles. She's I don't know where she's at, but she's all over the place. But I really, really hope that you're okay. Like, I really hope, that you're working towards something that really makes you happy and you're not feeling stressed and you're not feeling things of this world. Like I was saying earlier, like I there's like a big shift that happened in my lives, and I just want to share that with you guys. And so because I do want to share that with you guys, I'm going to try to look both at both screens. It's confusing. um I want to answer some of the questions. So earlier this week, as I was taking my grape my break, not grape, I asked some of you guys to send me in questions. Like, send me in questions because I want to answer them to the best of my ability. And that's a real siren in the background. That's not a sound effect. And yeah, I wanted to answer some of these questions for you guys, and whatever those questions may be. Sorry, we're just gonna let those sirens go by. Got a new jacket. Feeling like I'm gonna go ride a Harley right now. Just kidding. Still waiting for the siren. Hope everyone in that ambulance is okay. Let me just get my coffee. How cute is this cup? If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Planting happiness. Okay, so yeah, that was a long enough rant for the intro. Sorry if my intro wasn't what you're used to, then I'm sorry, because we're doing a lot of things we're not used to today. Like, I don't know, doing it in front of my vanity when my room's, I haven't even cleaned my room yet. And if you know me, you know I'm a clean freak. And by the time I do anything, my room is already clean all the time. It's the truth. If you don't know this about me, you just found that out right now. I am a clean freak. I cannot function unless I wake up and I make my bed first thing. That's just the truth. I don't like seeing a mess. It irks me. It just irks me. So the fact that I'm here doing the live with you guys right now, spending some time with you, about to answer some of your questions, that says a lot about where I'm at mentally. And, the truth is, if you were to drop dead right now, please don't drop dead. But if you were to just drop dead right now, none of these things would matter. Like, they just wouldn't. They would be like the last thing that you guys would be thinking about. That's the truth. So let's get started. For the people that are on my IG, if you want to come over to the YouTube, that'd be great. If not, you're gonna see the screen kind of blank out for like a quick second, but don't leave. It's because the questions are on my phone and I'm also live on my phone. So probably should have wrote them out, but what are you gonna do? I got a life, I got things going on. Yeah. So anyways, let's do that. Yeah, please don't die. Okay, let me go look at the first question really quick. Hold on. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. So the first question was, what are my thoughts on life insurance, and do I think that if we need it? Pretty random question, but truth is that I think life insurance actually is beneficiary. Like, I think it's good. I just think it's something that it's needed in your family. Like, if you have a family member that's been working like all their life, I think it's like a really good way to like also show at least something of what you were doing, like all your work, like it's like something that you have to show, like even afterwards. Like, say, a family member dies, they've been working all their life. It's like even after they die, like they still have something to give to their family, and you don't even know also in a way like how that can help your family after you've passed on, or just in general, like it's just like a really good thing to have. And so I hope I answered somebody's question today. Like, I hope to answer your question. So my answer is yes, I think life insurance is important. I do think it's a necessity, and I think we should get it. Yeah, gotta. Okay. So again, if you're on IG Live, do not go anywhere. I'm trying to get. I have the questions on my phone, so the screen will link out for a second, but I'll be like right back into it. Okay. Someone asked me a really, really random question. Is it creepy? Yes, but don't worry if you're a creep. I'll still answer the question for you. So someone said, what size shoe are you? I am a size 7.5. Depending on who makes the shoe, sometimes I can get away with a 7. If the shoes run small, then I'll have to wear an 8. Like right now I'm wearing Vans and they're a size 8, which tripped me out because usually no matter what, I'd always be a size 7.5, but I'm wearing a size 8 right now. Got my new Vans. Hold on. Just got those right there. All right, so there we are. Let's answer the next question. So I hope yeah, that was a weird one, wasn't it? Okay, this is a good one. This is the one I've been waiting for. This is a question I've been waiting for. So somebody asked me, has being a new Christian, has that has that changed my view on veganism? Like, how does that change my view, right? And the simplest answer is it hasn't. It hasn't changed my view. Like, I still, obviously wouldn't want to harm animals. I still, prefer not to eat meat, not to eat dairy and eggs. But from the things that I've been learning in the Bible is that, it's in there, in the New Testament. It mentions seeds and nuts and eggs and things like, I mean, not eggs, but it mentions fruits, like right in the New Testament. But then when you go to the Old Testament, I mean the Newer Testament, sorry, I switched it there. So when you go to the newer one, things change, right? And so I will just say this. This is mine. Like, you want the honest to God truth? You see that pun there? You want the honest to God truth. If you think that Christianity has changed my view on veganism, it hasn't, and it has. It's like half and half, right? The way it has changed my thought process is just that I realized that as a vegan, like, there was certain things that I was doing that didn't resonate with me, which was being judgmental towards people that were eating meat. And I told this to my friend Tyler, who's actually here in the live. I used to have conversations with him about it. He can tell you that, I personally didn't like certain things about certain vegan communities that, I didn't want to judge someone. I didn't want to make them feel bad for their choices, right? And so now, fast forward to me becoming a new born again Christian, is that now I'm like, okay, Vanessa, like, you can't, like, there's ways for you to talk to people, like, about what they're eating, because the truth is this: in the Bible, nowhere in the Bible does it say that we should be injecting animals. Nowhere in the Bible does it say that, we should be, treating the animals in the way that we do. If anything, animals, even if it says in the Bible, okay, even if, you're going to find this, if you're a vegan right now, you might find this a little uncomfortable, but even if it does say there was certain animals, certain ones, and even those animals, they were treated with care. They were treated with love. They were treated like really, really good. Okay. The animals were not killed inhumanely in the way that it's done now. There was no factory farming like the way it is now. Animals were not treated in this way. So if you're asking me, how do I feel about veganism, being a Christian? I'm going to tell you, I still prefer not to eat meat. I still prefer not to eat dairy. I still prefer not to eat eggs. Does that make me any better than someone who eats meat? No, it doesn't. But I'm telling you right now that it makes my heart feel better. And at the end of the day, that's what matters. That's what matters. It's like, if that makes you happy, then do it. I'm not going to judge you for it. I'm not going to sit there and I'm not going to scream in your face, because I don't have that right. I don't have that right as a person to tell you what you should and shouldn't do with your life. But I'm here telling you that I've been here eating plant-based for well over, like, it's going on 7 years over, actually. And I feel good. I haven't dropped dead, thank God, you know? Like I'm just eating humble foods, vegetables, fruits, nuts and seeds and I'm all right. I feel good. My skin's glowing. I feel energetic. I'm sorry, I'm trying to look between both screens. So just yeah, I hope that answers your question. Being Christian has not changed my views all that much, other than the fact that I felt like maybe I was just being a little bit too judgmental towards people. And I feel good about it now. I feel like I've changed that ways. That's the old me. I'm not that person anymore. When you're a born again Christian, you are not. I think people misinterpret that. Like they think like, oh yeah, so you're born again. So like, does that mean you're gonna eat meat now? No, it does not mean that. I'm still going to continue eating the way I'm eating because it makes me happy. It makes me feel peaceful. It makes me feel loved. You know, I don't get sick when I used to eat meat. I used to get sick a lot, you know, and that's just the truth. I've just felt so great over all these years that I wouldn't want to go back to that. That's just the truth, you know? Being Christian's not going to change that. Whew, man, I feel like a little fire in my pit of my stomach. Okay, hold on, you. Oh shoot, hold on, you guys. I'm gonna go look at the next question. Okay, so somebody just asked me. Okay, so somebody just asked me how tall I am. That's a pretty random, odd question, borderline creepy, but you know, we're gonna go ahead and answer it for the sake of answering everybody's questions because I did ask you guys to ask me questions. It didn't matter what they were. So I'm actually 5'4". Little insight that you guys probably don't know, I'm actually the tallest girl in my family versus my mother and sister. I'm actually the tallest one. Like I guess I broke something in our generation. So I'm 5'4". When I'm standing up completely straight and I'm not hunching, I probably could be 5'5". Who knows? But yeah, I hope that answered your question. Yeah, I don't know what that means. I don't know what difference it makes if you're tall, you're skinny, you're short, you're big. Who cares? Next question. So someone asked, why is believing in Jesus not a religion? Most Christians. Uh, so someone asked, why is believing in Jesus not a religion like most Christians say? By definition, it is. So someone asked me that question. They inserted that into the questions, and I only have one answer to that because I'm just not going to argue with someone about their religions or their preferences. Me personally, I don't really like to bring up the word religion because I'm not a religious person. If that's on you, that's on you. If that's the way you feel, that's the way you feel. I'm sorry, I'm looking at two different screens. So, you know, I'm just going to answer this like this and I'm going to drop the mic and I'm going to walk away from it. Uh, facts, facts. Not a fax machine, facts, like FACCTS, facts, is that facts, that word, is not a religion. So it's just facts. We're talking about the oldest book in the world, okay? We're talking about the oldest book in the world that nobody will argue against it. Like you just can't argue against facts. Like you just can't. Like, and that is not a religion. Facts are not a religion. So I hope that answered your question, and that's all I'll say about that. I'm gonna go on to the next question. If the screen blacks out for a quick little second, it pauses is because I have my questions on the phone. So don't leave. I'm still trying to answer the questions that everybody sent in. So someone asked me, how do I stay motivated and working out and eating healthy? You know, I used to think that it was all like me, like me, which to some degree it is. Like at the end of the day, I realized that we make choices, you know, but you know, I realized that you can say what you're gonna do, what you're not gonna do. But you know, it's just something like, you know, I grew up, I used to see my mom working out. Oh yeah, thank you, girl. You know what's up? Amazon, what's up? Come with a little belt too, but I took it off. And you know, I grew up watching my mom work out. You know, she used to take us to the high school where there was, you know, you guys know the bleachers and stuff. I don't know if anybody's familiar with Buena Park High School, but we used to live near there back in the days, and we would go and we'd go up and down. We used to go to Santa Ana College too. If you guys know or are familiar with that field out there, like the track field for the college. And we used to go and we would like exercise. And I grew up seeing my mother do that. And so like, like I know you guys have probably heard this, but we literally are um we're a product of our upbringing also in a big way. And so like if you grow up and you see your mom and you see your dad and you see them eating healthy, you see them, doing all these things, if you see your mom and dad talking to each other, communicating, you see them working out, you see them eating healthy. Did we eat healthy? Not that much. My mom used to make us salads, but she would also follow it with like a 6-ounce steak, or every time we would eat salads every now and then, but it wasn't like a thing that we would do all the time growing up. And when we had food stamps, man, woo, we would eat good, let me tell you. But you know what? Let's not talk about that. What I was asked here today was that how do I stay motivated and how do I keep eating healthy? And the truth is I go by how I feel. If I feel good, right? Let me just say this. If you feel good and you feel good, right? You eat something like, I don't know, let's just throw an example here. Let's say you eat some vegetables and some rice and you don't eat any meat, right? You don't eat meat. Like you don't think about it. You just eat your vegetables, your rice, or you have a salad. And I don't mean like those rinky dink salads. I'm talking about the ones you guys see me make, like with everything, the nuts, the seeds, the cabbage, the like avocado, everything. Like just throw it all in there. After you eat this salad, if you feel good, let me ask you something. And you actually do this for a good couple weeks. I'm not talking about just one day just so that everybody on the gram can see you. No, I'm talking about like every day. If you see this, aren't you going to want to continue feeling good? Like I have not met any human being that likes to just feel bad. Like, and if you like to feel bad, like you're actually okay with eating stuff that's going to make your body feel bad. Okay. Just going to say that. Like so that alone, like when I eat the salads that I eat, the ones you guys see me posting over the past year, all during quarantine, you guys saw me eating almost the same salad, and some people are like, how can you eat the same salad every day? Well, how can you want to feel bad every day? Ask yourself that. So you're asking me, how do I stay motivated? How to stay eating healthy? It's simple. I just got so tired of feeling bad. I got so tired of my stomach hurting. I got so tired of not being able to go to and we're talking about years, okay? I'm talking about years of being the way I am, like eating the way I do, okay? Because there was a time in my life before you guys all knew me where I used to eat I didn't eat bad, but I did go to a lot of fast foods back in the day before I decided to go plant-based. I used to just not eat that good. I'm gonna be honest with you. I was drinking soda. And like, how can you deny eating healthy when it makes you feel so good? You know what I mean? And it's like, there's just that line that you have to cross where you have to say, do I want to continue feeling good or do I want to feel bad? Like it's just that simple. Like there is no like, oh, it's okay to have a cheat day and blah 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 and these things. Yo, I get it, but also that's that part of you that always wants to keep going back and keep going back and keep going back. And you have to fight that urge, because we all get that urge, that human mentality that we have. Thank you, Amazon. That's the second person in the live. Feel good. um so yeah, I mean, how do I stay working out? I haven't, be honest with you guys, since I started going to church. I've been getting probably like 25,000 steps at church because I've been volunteering every single Sunday on my church. Thank the Lord. I've been ushering over there, doing service over there, and I feel really good. I feel happy. And it's crazy. I'm like, how am I over here getting 25,000 steps on my Apple Watch and stuff? Like, yo, and you can get fitness through anything as long as you have your minds in it and you feel good about it. But as far as fitness and health goes, you guys already know that, I don't know, like I used to think, and I said this in one of my posts the other day, if you saw it, that's good. If you didn't, I'll re-say it. So I used to think that a lot of the things that I had like possess were just um like me, like I did this, all the things that you guys love about me, like the strong mentality, the eating healthy, the working out, the motivation, the humor, whatever it is that you may come here to see me, I can't take credit for any of those things anymore because I'm a new person. If you see me differently, it's because I am a new person. I just literally don't care about the things that I used to care about before. Like they literally don't matter to me anymore. None of it. And I will say this, all the talents that I have, the gifts, they come through God. God has given me this capability that I have, and I'm just using it now. Like I'm using it to help everyone, but I'm giving him the credit. I'm giving him all the glory because now I realize like, yo, God gave me these gifts. Like, like I feel good. And like now I know like what I'm supposed to use them for. Like they didn't make sense to me. You ever like you're so good at something and you're like, why am I so good at this? And you just didn't know. Well, now I know why I'm good at talking. Now I know why my voice is powerful. Now I know these things and I'm not going to deny those things. And neither should you and you and you, whoever, whatever screen. So yeah, I hope that answered your question. I just stay motivated because, I just want to feel good and I'm tired of feeling bad. And I just want to keep feeling that way. And when you get to that crossroad and you just know that there is no like no feeling bad anymore, like you don't want to feel bad anymore, then it makes it easier for you to continue doing it. But I'm going to say this, and don't get upset. If you get upset, that's on you. This is going to be a moment for you to reflect. If you're not eating healthy, you're not working out, chances are that you just are so addicted to the things that you are addicted to, which is if you're eating bad, that's all I'll say. If you're just eating stuff that is not good for your body, then you need to break that addiction. You need to break that addiction, like just break it. Pa-pow, pa-pow, just break it, okay? That's it. Let's break that addiction. Okay, let's go. Let me look at the question, you guys. It's going to blink out for a quick second on this one, but let me go look at the next question. So somebody asked me, what kind of Christian church do I go to? Well, I don't mean to brag, but I'm pretty sure my church that I go to, if you guys know me, you guys know that I'm pretty like, I'm high in energy. So it had to be something amazing for this church to get me to go to it nonstop. So I have just one word: evolutionary. Like this church is like no church I ever seen. Like it looks like an EDM concert in there. It gets lit. Everybody's jumping. Everybody's having a good time. Everybody loves one another. Religion does not exist in my church. Do not come up in there talking about like, oh, no, we don't care. We take people of all walks of life. You could be vegan. You could be a carnivore. You could be overweight. You could be skinny. You could be tatted. You can be a drug addict. Doesn't matter what your background is. Just come on in, walk on in, and feel the love. All right, and get saved by God. That's it. That's all I could say. That's the kind of Christian church I go to. We don't care if you were Catholic before. We don't care if you went to a Baptist church before. Doesn't matter what your background is. Just come in and feel the touch of God. Like that's it. Like that's all I could tell you. I'm not going to explain anymore because it's one of those things where you have to just come check it out for yourself. Like you just do. So that way you can understand what I'm trying to say. You could be like, oh, shoot, Vanessa was right. Like, yeah, it's one of those things. So let me go to the next question. I know who asked me this question. So someone asked me, what's my favorite vegetable and why? That's a tough one. For a person that eats a lot of vegetables, that's not fair. But I think my favorite vegetable would have to be asparagus. I know, makes your pee stink too. Just kidding. So asparagus, the reason why I like it is because I grew up with my mom cooking a lot of foods that have butters, like butters and garlic. So I love butter and garlic, I know. And I still can eat it with my vegan butters, okay? Don't act like there's no vegan butter out there. I don't suffer. I'm not malnutritioned, okay? To answer, so Tyler, I'll get to your question that I noticed you asked a question there. And I have such a good answer for that question that you put. So Don't feel like I didn't see your question. I'm gonna actually answer your question because that's a really good question. My favorite vegetable is asparagus because I just really enjoy having it with like butter and garlic. It just, like simple, just a little uh sauteed in a pan with some garlic and butter. Just so simple. And they go so good with mashed potatoes and gravy. I see now I'm getting hungry. I haven't ate breakfast either, you guys. So I hope to answer your question. Tyler, let me answer your question. You said you look like you lost weight. Are you feeling okay physically? I'm gonna be honest with you. Uh, if I do look, if I do look like I lost weight, it's probably because I have, but not physically. Physically, I actually weigh the same. But what you're seeing is called spiritual weight loss right there. So what happened to me when I was reborn again as a Christian was that I just lost all the just gone. All the stuff of this world gone. Like I don't feel any of those things, like it's just I just feel good. So if that's what you're seeing, like you think I lost weight physically, or I'm telling you, I feel okay. Like I feel good. You know what I mean? Like I actually feel better than I did before. So I just yeah. Um Artsy, how do I achieve that? How do you achieve what? Can you specify? Sorry, someone's asking me a question on my YouTube live. If you could specify that question, like I don't know if you meant to say how do you achieve that, or yeah, if that is what you asked, just confirm by saying yes. So yeah, that's probably what you're seeing, Tyler. You think I lost weight, but to be honest, I probably weigh more. That's the crazy thing. And I just feel good. Like I don't know. And people trip out because they don't see you like in the way that they're used to, but you have to understand like that like actually I feel really, really good. And like it's just what the weight that I had before was just like all here, just sitting up here, and just all these things that I thought were important. And I feel great, if anything. So don't even trip. It's all good. If anything, like I feel better than I did before. So, but thank you for asking that question. Artsy Killa over here on my YouTube live, I'll answer that question. You just gotta like confirm if that's what you meant. If that is what you meant, you're asking me how do you achieve that, then just put a yes and I'll answer that. Yeah, you know what? Maybe the jacket is slimming because you should see the guns I have under here. I'm just kidding. I'm actually gonna work out too after this live. I just got dressed up for you guys, so like I'm not even gonna lie. um so yeah, let me go to if the screen blacks out for a second, do not panic. Okay, don't go running off. It's because I have my questions here in my notes. How do I get rid of all the bad stuff from this world? Okay, I'll go ahead and answer your question right now. Just let me look at the next question here and I'll answer that question. Oops. Let me see. Someone said, "Oh, dang, somebody had to hit me with that question, huh?" So somebody asked me, how has my life changed since accepting God into my life? And how has that changed me? And that's literally what I was just telling you guys right now. I feel like this weight, like all this weight, I'm not sitting here telling you guys I was suffering, like, like, oh my God, my life is in shambles. Cause it wasn't. I'm not having no pity party here. And I'm not telling you guys like that I was suffering because I feel blessed. Like I have food, I have all the things I need, I have my family. But sometimes there's things going on in our mind that honestly, you guys, we can't tell like people like certain things what's going on in our life. Like, and that's the thing. Like, I didn't even realize how hard it was for me to accept love just from a stranger, from people like hugging me, from being physically emotional with someone, just receiving a hug, just receiving love. And so I actually started going to church, and I realized like this thing that I had, this persona, and like you get broken down, man, into pieces for you to come back up. And like that's the truth. And if you guys thought like, man, Vanessa was this, and that, it's like imagine now, like imagine me now. Like if you thought you loved me then, imagine how much you're gonna love me now. Like because now is the truth. Like now is like just it's like a whole new me, like 2.0 version, you know? But yeah. So to answer the person that asked me that question, how has my life changed since accepting God as my Lord and Savior? To be honest, a lot. Like, I feel good, you know, because you guys know me. Since you guys have known me for the past year and a half since I've been doing this podcast, you guys know. And if you're wondering, if you came into the YouTube live, you're wondering why I'm looking this way, it's because I'm also on my People Talk Now IG live. So I'm just kind of try to answer everybody, you know? Um, yeah, it's just that I used to read a lot of self-help books. You guys know that. You guys know I was always posting them on my IG, trying to let you guys know, like, hey, read this, you read this. And to some degree, I'm not gonna knock other people's knowledge, because that's not right. That's not for me to do. But I'm gonna be honest, a lot of the books that I read, all the mastering, all the self-help books, they all helped me. They all led me to this journey. They all led me to this knowledge that I have. They all led me to this awakening that I needed to actually be in church. That's what ended up happening, you know? So I feel good, and I really hope that some of you get to feel what I feel eventually one day, you know? Like, if you don't already, but I'm just telling you that, you know, for the person that asked me that question, is that I just feel like none of the things from here, like, I don't need any of it. Like, I don't need none of it. I don't need none of it. I don't, you know? I don't want the things that I wanted. You know, I thought that I wanted to be known. I thought I wanted all those things, but to be honest, all I want to do now is help people get saved to feel what I feel. That's all I want, you know? And it's not even what I want. That's what God wants. So, you know, that's my answer to that. I realized that none of the things of the world, that's it. That's what I meant to say. For the person that asked me that question, I realized that none of the things of this world can save me. None of this stuff, any of it, like, none of it could save me. And that's what it felt like to me. Like, it just felt like, man, like, I'm finally home. Like, this is it. Like, this is it for me. So I hope I answered that question. Let me go into let me answer RT Killer's question, and then I'll go to the next ones that are in my notes. So RT Killer said, how do I achieve that? How do I get rid of all the bad stuff from this world? Well, it's simple. Like, if you really mean it, if you really want to get rid of all the stuff, all these bad things, I don't know what you're feeling. I don't really know what you're going through, but I would say start by, you know, going to a church, receiving God, because I'll be honest with you, I thought I really was the world really had me for a minute there, really thinking that the world was actually going to do something for me, you know? Like, the world really had me. But I'll be honest with you, the world can't do nothing for us. Everything is temporary. And if you're tired, if you're just so tired of feeling temporary fixes, if you're tired of feeling judgment, you're tired of, like, judging people, you're tired of feeling like you need to buy things, you're tired of, like, just this whole, like, social the media, the way everything just has gone and just ended up, is that God is the only person that can help you rid. That's the word that you used in your sentence, rid. God is the only person that can help you rid of anything that doesn't make you happy. And that is the truth. And, of course, naturally, when you first hear it, you're like, oh, what's up, man? I don't want to talk. What are you talking about? You're being a religious freak. I don't want to give God. No, trust me. I felt the same way at one point. I was just like, because I used to be an evangelist when I was like 19, 20. And so, like, being away from God and the word of God for so many years, that's lyric in the background right there. Being away from God for so many years is that I'm like realizing, like, man, why did I ever stray away? Like, but obviously there's a lot of things going on. There was a lot of things that of this world that got me sucked back in. That's the thing. And you can't allow the things of this world to suck you back into them, so that for you to feel that, like, what you're probably feeling, that feeling is like something that you don't want to feel anymore. And God is the only thing that can help you from that. And I don't know, I'm not gonna sit here and tell you that anything else can, because that was the old me. And I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna tell you that, you know, everybody has their own path, and you just have to find your path, whatever that may be. Just, just know that there is a way out. And that's how I found it. I found this happiness, I found this peace that nothing could bind me. Nothing, no book, no nothing, nothing, nobody could tell me anything to make me just stop feeling the stuff of this world. So I hope that that answered your question. I hope that it just, yeah, lyrics in the house, waffles in the house, lyrics in the house, Jaden's in the house, everybody is in the house because we're still in quarantine times, except my husband. My husband's at work. So yeah, let me answer the next question. Let's see. The next question is, if you, sorry for the people on IG Live. Okay, so the next question says, if you could say something to your 18, 20-year-old self, what would it be and why? And I basically would tell her, because around that time I was still being an evangelist, but I ended up straying away from God. I ended up straying away from the church. But it's not because I didn't have faith in God. Not because I didn't believe God was real, but because my faith was tested, and I ran to this world. Simple. And what would I tell that woman, that young woman, 18, 20? We're so young. We're, my mind, where was that, and all these things of this world, like, let's, like, let's date and let's love. And I don't know. But I would definitely tell her, that, you know, Tyler said, I'd say to 1820 me, you just made the list. That's an inside joke for the people that know between me and Tyler. It's a wrestling thing, old school wrestling. I would tell her, God, it's so tough, because you think because of what you know now. But I would just tell her this. I would say, stay with God. That's what I would tell her. I would tell her not to give up. Tell her God is the only one that could ever love you and show you, and you don't have to feel any more sadness, any more pain, to put up these walls. You don't have to be frustrated. God's the only one that can take those things away from you. So that's what I would tell her. I would just say, stay with God, stay with God. If I could go back and just give her a hug, I would, I would love her, and I would hug her 18 to 20-year-old me. That's what I would do. And I would just tell her to stay with God and trust, open your heart, That's what I would tell her. Because in those years, I became so untrusting to people, And so that's something I definitely would have told her. I would just say, stay with God, open your heart and trust, and have faith. Keep having faith. Okay, so let's go to the next question. So the next question is, someone said, what was and what is your view on strife? So someone said, what was and what is your view on strife? Ooh, wow. Ooh, okay. So, strife, what a word. I've just been learning about this word recently a lot in church. So strife is just, my view on it is that until you just build up your faith until the point where it cannot be broken, where you just truly just break all of these worldly things that are constantly affecting you, making you feel anything. Like, I would say my view on it is that you or anyone else would no longer feel these things as long as we we keep building up our faith and we keep going to God for everything. Because I think a lot of the reasons, oh, you guys ready for this right now? I hope I don't lose it. Okay. So I think a lot of the reasons why we feel strife is because we have not fully gone to God for everything. Right? So we still think the reason why we still feel strife is because we have not fully gone to, like we say we want to, but we have not fully gone to, because if you did, then you won't, you just won't feel it, you know? But, you know, my thoughts on it is that, you know, I still need to continue working. You know, I'm not a perfect person. I'm not a perfect Christian, whatever you want to, whatever make you want to say about me. But, you know, I would say that my thoughts on her, that they come up in your life. They're gonna always still come up, even when you do give everything to God. But there is ways for you to just continue giving it to God. And that's the thing. Like, if you feel it or you want to get rid of it, just give it to God and don't let it stay inside you for too long. Because if it does, then, you get me? Does that make sense? Huh? Um, so my husband's in the live and he said Proverbs 10:12, hatred stirreth up strife, but love covereth all sin. And that's so true. Thank you for backing me up, baby. So that's basically what stirs it up. Anger. And if you're getting angry, you know, you need to cover that strife up with love, you know, because becoming angry, getting angry about anything, anything. Somebody cut you off in traffic, let it be. Don't be one of those people that's like honking and stuff. How would you like it? How would you like it if you were running late one day and someone's up behind you like, bah, 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 like just, you know, making you feel like, oh, shoot, you know? You don't even know what you could have done for that person. What if you stressed them out to the point where they get into a car crash? Then how would you feel? How would you feel? And did you know that that's actually a sin too, to get mad, to get angry at anybody? I don't know about you guys, but I'm not trying to be mad at nobody. Who died, okay, and gave any of us the right to be mad at somebody? And if you're feeling it, you got to ask yourself, are you giving all of these worries and all this stuff to God, or are you trying to handle yourself? Because see, the thing is, us people, mankind, we cannot handle the thing of this world, the things of this world, because if we did, there wouldn't be people out there committing suicide. There wouldn't be people out there getting addicted to drugs. There wouldn't be people out there drinking. There wouldn't be people out there addicted to gaming, addicted to watching Netflix shows. There wouldn't be people addicted to buying things, shopping addictions, okay? Addicted to TikTok. If that was the case, okay, if humanity can handle things of this world, then why are we such an addictive society? Well, society. Hold on. You get what I'm saying? Does that make sense to some of you guys? If we could handle the things of this world, if realistically ask yourself, if you say you can handle the things of this world, why do you need anything? Okay, that's the world right there. The world thinking that you make in here where you're like, oh, I need this, I need this, I need this, I need money, I need it, I need it, I need it, and I'm not gonna survive. I'm not gonna be happy. That's not you. That's the world. But if you feel sadness and you say, I want to get rid of all this bad stuff that's happening to me, I don't want to feel any of this, that's God trying to communicate with you and say, yo, come on, man, like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? And like, I'm getting chills right now. I'm getting chills. But that's the truth, you guys. Like, the fact that someone in my life would say that, how do I get rid of all the bad stuff from this world? Think about that. That's already you in your mind. You already know that none of these things are going to serve you. None of these things are going to make you feel good. Everything is so temporary in this world. But when I gave my life to God, I knew that everything was going to be forever and infinite, and I was covered, and I don't have to worry about any of these things anymore, you know? And personally, me, that I don't want my kids to feel what I felt growing up. Heck no. I want them to know that they are gonna be good people, that they're like, I want them to know about God. Because if anything, this world, I realize now, and the more the time goes by as I'm getting older, I realize that they're trying to make this a godless society. Think about it. Question yourself. Even if you're vegan, ask yourself this: what is happening in this world around me? And ask yourself, like, dang, this is pretty crazy. Think about it. All right. I'm just gonna say this. I don't know what anybody's thoughts are on vaccines, but this crossed my mind the other day. Tyler, you know how I feel about vaccines. Why do you think that they literally told they didn't give us that option anymore as a people, as a society? You know, they literally did not give us the option anymore to say, because of your religious beliefs, that you can no longer say like, oh, I don't want to vaccinate my child. So you can't even say because of your religious beliefs anymore. That is how much they are trying to take God out of this society. And if speaking about God makes you uncomfortable, then that's already a sign that they already got their hands on you. I hope that makes sense, because I'm just like, I'm on fire right now. Woo! Okay, so let's go on to the next question. So I asked people too, so I asked people as well. I just didn't want to make it all about questions, but I said, what are areas in your life that you want to fix? What are things in your life that you want to fix and improve in your life? Lyric, walking in the background. Okay, so let's see what someone said. Someone said, learn to let God fight my battles, such as anxiety, depression, and overthinking. So someone said that an area in their life that they want to fix is to learn to let God overcome their battles. So that's one of the areas that somebody said, and I think that's really beautiful, and it's amazing. It's an amazing thing, because like I was just telling you guys, for the people that have been here the whole time, the fact that we think as a society that we can handle these things on our own, like it's like it's beyond me, because I used to think the same thing, Yeah, she's holding waffles. Yeah, Lyric. Oh man, animal lover. Pretty sure she was one of Noah's descendants for sure. Mhm. So, yeah, so somebody said that one of the things that they'd want to improve, an area that they'd want to improve in their life is, giving their battles to God. Hi, Luis. And, giving their battles to God, and, about depression, sadness, anxiety, and, overthinking. How many people here, by the raise of hands, okay, are overthinkers? Who here overthinks things? Anybody? Anybody? Oh, you overthink things? Go over there and finish your what is it called? ABC Mouse. Okay, so. I'm watching Netflix. Oh, so yeah. So who here overthinks things? Everybody. Okay. So I definitely noticed that one of the things that has happened to me since going to church is that me and my husband, we used to joke about it. He knows. If he's here on the YouTube live, he knows. I used to tell people, and I feel bad, because sometimes, like, I tell you, man, like, the amount of things that can happen to you in 2 months' time, like your mental growth, like such a shift that can happen in your brain, is that I used to think that I could handle everything, right? I would overthink. But me and my husband, we used to joke about it, and we used to say, yeah, people that are like, yeah, like overthinking things, said they couldn't sleep, all this stuff, we would call it mental diarrhea. That's what we used to call it. That was our keyword. We would say, oh, they're just having mental diarrhea. That's what that is. It's mental diarrhea, right? We would say that. And I realized, like, yeah, to some extent, like, yeah, it is, because, if you're watching a lot of things, like, I know people that are addicted to TikTok, and you know who you are. I'm not trying to call you out. Okay. But, it's the truth. Like, we get addicted to these things, and we're going about our daily life, trying to do our thing, trying to go about our day, like take care of our kids or our spouse, or, or whatever things we may like, and, people are over here watching the news. They're on TikTok, they're on their Instagrams, they're, on Facebook. They're always trying to find out what someone's doing. They're all up in everybody's business. And then at the end of the night, when you're trying to go to sleep, right? When you're trying to go to sleep and you're trying to do your thing, you can't sleep. Because why? Because your mind is like a sponge, it's like a computer. It's trying to process all those things, you know, it's trying to process everything that you saw in a day. And I don't know about you guys, but to me, that's not how I want to live. That's not what I want. I realized that the day I gave my life to God, the day I was like, you know what? None of the things of this world can save me. They just can't. You can't. You can't argue with facts. You know, like you just can't. Like you could try till you're blue in the face, but then ask yourself, what are the things of this world teaching you that you would actually want to waste your energy arguing with somebody? You see how we are? Well, I don't want to argue with anybody, but I'm saying like you see um how society, how this world will actually make you. It will just drag you in. It will drag you by the hair. It will drag you everywhere and you just be all beat up and exhausted. And honestly, like that's what I think about. I think about a lot of those things. I think about a lot of that stuff. Hold on, give me 1 second, you guys. Let me look at the questions. Okay. Okay, so I really hope to the person that said what they said, that they want to let God fight their battles for them, of the overthinking and the anxiety and depression. Whoever that person was, I just want to tell you this. If you're watching this or you watch it later, I will tell you this. I really hope that you continue doing what you said. Give God those battles, because I guarantee you, man ain't gonna help you overcome those battles, and that's the truth. And if it makes you what do you mean, God? Like, no, it's the truth. Like, I'm tired of fighting. I was just tired. I'm just like, you get so tired. You're like, man, what am I even trying to prove a point to? Like, like, you know what I mean? Like, people in this world, like, they don't care. Like, they don't care. But you know what? When you go to church, man, everybody there cares about you. Everybody there is hugging you. You can't even get out of church because of all the love you feel, because of all the just everybody's with God. Everybody's just trying to get there, and it's a good feeling. So to the person that said that, I really hope that that's an area in your life. Continue praying, continue asking God for those things, and I guarantee you that He's going to help you fight those battles. But just keep having faith. Don't let things of this world drag you. Okay, don't let them. Don't let them. Okay, just don't. So I hope that answered to the person that said that. I'm really proud of you, and I'm really happy for you, and I hope that you continue allowing God to do those things for your life, because guarantee you, God has done a lot for me in these past few months. Like, I'm feeling good, feeling happy. I'm feeling blessed. I have women coming here to my house every Monday night now, and these women are getting saved. These women are getting healed and broken. Not right now, Tits. Not right now. Not right now. Sorry. Just, daughter's got to know when I'm on the live, it's not a good time. Okay. So, it's definitely a good area for women to get healed from things of this world that have broken them. And so I feel really good, because never in a million years did I ever think that I was going to have a bunch of women in my house. But that's what I'm saying. That it just goes to show you the things and the shifts that God will actually do in your life. So keep that in mind. Let me go to the next question. Or let's see. Okay, so somebody asked, when are you going to invite me to your house to eat some of that bomb vegan food, or that bomb food you're always posting about on your Instagram? And there's only one simple answer to that question, is that let's set it up. Let's set it up. If you want to come to my house and you want to taste some of my food, let's set it up. Let's come on over, let's make it a thing. All right, let's go to the next one. That was odd. That was too simple. Okay, so somebody asked, better environment, space for my family. So I said, okay, so somebody said, I asked, what are some areas in your life or things that you want to fix? And somebody said, looking to make a better environment and space for my family. And I think that's really beautiful, because I think ultimately, I think like a lot of us want that, we want to build a better space, you want to you just want a better environment for your family. And I I just think that that's really beautiful that you want to fix that area in your life, and I think that you should continue working on that. And definitely some of the ways to start doing that, I think, is to just really kind of get on a budget as well, like so that you can save your money for that project that you want to do with your family. And it'll happen, it will happen eventually. But obviously, now with my thoughts, like the way I'm thinking with God is like, now I know that none of those things are going to be possible if I'm not, you know giving myself to God, or like not giving him my, like, whatever it is. Like, even if I was gonna buy my first home, no way, no way. If I was gonna go buy a space, like if I'm trying to live like, the lifestyle I've always wanted to live, which is just, have a modest little house somewhere in the middle of nowhere and just have my own vegetables, grow my own vegetation, have some animals there, just living on the land. Who doesn't want a life like that? But now the way I think about it is that even if I were to build up the finances to get these things that my heart desires, is that I would take it to God first and say, God, is this what you want for me? Is this what you want? Because I used to suffer a lot. You suffer a lot when you think that you start thinking like, oh yeah, like this is what I want, this is what I want. And then in your mind, you see what's happening, you see what I'm trying to tell you here. You get this mindset, right? You're like, oh, like I want it, I want it, I want it, I want it, I want it. And then what happens? 5, 6 years go by, and then it doesn't happen. And then you start feeling like, you know what I mean? Like you start feeling like garbage. And you're like, oh man. And then you're like, oh, well, that didn't happen. And depression kicks in and blah, blah, blah. So just all I'm saying to the person that said that, I think it's really beautiful. I think it really is. But just make sure that, you give it to God, you ask, you really contemplate, you really ask yourself like, man, like, okay, like I want these things, and I want these things, but, like, is this what I'm supposed to be doing with my life? Is this what you want of me? Because the truth is God has paths for everybody. Even you, Tyler, everybody, all of us here in this life, like, I thought, whew, whoa, the things that I thought that I kept saying, this is what I want, I want. But when the things that I want were not happening for me, I realized something. I'm like, you know, uh, you know, it's not for, it wasn't for me. Like, and let me just tell you guys something. I thought about this the other day. So a lot of people, I just want to say this to you guys before I go here, before I take off. I just want to tell you guys this. So a lot of the times when things used to happen to me in my life previously, or even now, right? Even now that I'm going to church and I'm a woman of God. So I will say this. I used to think that, you know, how can I put this? Oh man. How can I put this? What can I say here? I kind of blinked out here. Forgive me. I'm so used to like editing my videos and everything's just all put together. So bear with me here. I had something going here. It was really good, but oh man. Oh, here we go. Got it back. Thank you, God. Thank you. Okay. So um, I used to think that when something happened in my life, like say, I don't know, like say I was going through life, and let's just say an example here. Say you're going somewhere, right? You're getting ready to go somewhere. You're going on a weekend trip, right? You're going on a weekend trip. Okay, are you guys seeing this in your head? You got all your stuff, you're in the car. Okay, we're gonna role play here really quick. So you have all your stuff and you're in the car. You're gonna take the best weekend trip of your life. You've been saving for months. Okay, are you guys seeing are you imagining yourself right now in your best outfit? You're in the car, you got your things packed, you're going on a trip or somewhere you always wanted to go. Imagine a place you always wanted to go. So you're in the car, you take off. You're like, all right, but goodbye, everybody. You're on your Instagram. You're like, yeah, check it out, y'all. Yeah, I'm going, right? And then you're a block away from your house and a car hits you. Boom. Your car's totaled. Trip canceled. Right? The old me would have been like, what the? Like, if you survives, okay? Right? Say it hits you really bad to the point where your car is totaled. And sometimes the things of this world will make you think like, oh my God, my car, and like, oh my trip, and just like all these things. But sometimes we can't even look at the simple thing that, I made it. Like I made it. And I was telling my son yesterday because he was about to leave to a men's group that he goes with my husband, and he hits himself under the chimney. And I said something, and I said, and this goes back to like about what we were role playing right now, but about the car accident, right? You're about to take off on a weekend trip. You saved for it. You worked hard, and he hit himself. And he was doing, being a klutz, whatever you want to call it, but he hit himself. And I said, you know what, son? A lot of the times when things like this happen in our lives, whether you bump your hip on a counter of the kitchen, you stub your toe on a couch, you bump your head on something, a lot of the times when these things are happening, if you want to look at it like, oh, life's telling me to slow down, that's fine. But I think that that's God just coming in, intervene, saying like, yo, no, you're not going to this. You're not going here. No, it's not going to happen. And you look at it like, what, that person was put there by God at that exact moment because that's what he wanted, both of you. Whoever the other person that hit you, he wanted that person to be there too, right? But before, I used to not look at it like that, I'd be like, what? Like, what the heck? Oh, my car's ruined. Oh my God. Like, oh, and I was already thinking like, oh man, I'm going to have to start saving up again. Oh, my money was wasted. Your life could have just ended. What do you mean? What do you mean? This is ruined. You're alive today because God wants you to be here right now watching me, right? And I know we're just using it as an example. We were role playing here, but I'm saying, because people cannot even look at that simple thing like, yo, you're here right now, you're watching me on the live because God wants you to be here, because there's a reason why you need to hear what you need to hear today. But people will fight up and down and make it religious, and it's not. This ain't even about religion. This is about facts, okay? And that's all I'm saying. That's it. And so I'm saying, like, it's great to want all these things, right? It's great to want a great space for it. There's nothing wrong with you wanting good things for your family. There's nothing wrong with you wanting a beautiful car. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be stylish, right? But as long as you ask God first, God, what do you want from my life? What do you want me to do? Like, and that's the thing, like when I told you guys in the very beginning of this video, I admit to you, I needed this week off. I needed to really think of how I wanted to administer knowledge and things to you guys, because this whole year and a half, yes, I'm giving you guys advice about things, and I want you guys to be better. And if I did help you at some point in your life, I'm happy and I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful that you're still my friend, and I'm grateful that you still want to talk to me no matter where I go in life. And I love that, and I think that's beautiful. But I also realize something. I want to make sure that the advice that I'm administering to you guys is truly going to help you have a prosperous life one day. That's it. That's all. That's what, and that's why I decided to do a live today. And that's why I decided to answer some of your questions and some of the things that you said that you want to fix in your life. And I think that's beautiful that you can open up to me about those things, because you know what? God actually let me know, like, yo, this is what you need to be doing. You need to be helping people. This is why I gave you the gift of encouragement, because you encourage people to be better. You encourage them. And what happens when you encourage someone long enough? People begin to believe in themselves. People begin to want to do good things in their life. People will begin to want to change. And eventually what's going to end up happening? People are going to say, yo, Vanessa, I want to feel what you feel. I want to be where you're at. And I'm like, yo, okay, follow me. Let's go to church, But that's it, This ain't about religion. And like, please don't make it about that. This is just about me telling you, yo, this is the facts. Like, I don't think about any of those things anymore. And I feel good. Like I feel really good. And that's it. And I just wanted to make sure that when I hopped on the live, you know, when I hopped on the live is that I was honest with you guys and I tell you guys how I'm really, really feeling, because you guys ask me if I disappear for, oh, I haven't seen you on Instagram for a few days. You see how society is? You see how society has made us that if somebody doesn't go on their Instagram for a couple days, oh, something must be terribly wrong. It's like, no, you guys, sometimes people need to take some breaks. And sometimes the break that they come back from, even that sometimes doesn't satisfy people. But I realize here that I'm not here, that in that week that I took a break off, I realized I'm not here to satisfy anybody. I'm here to satisfy God. So when I talk about things, they're going to be, I'm going to be dropping the God bomb on some people, and it's okay. They may not like it and they'll leave, but that's okay. If you leave, then you were just not meant to be here. And I just take that as a sign from God, and I'm okay with that, and I hope that you guys are okay with that too. Don't get offended, don't feel strife, was what we were just talking about earlier. Don't feel any of those things, like just don't, because they don't serve you. Those are things of this world. Where I'm going and where I want to go, I'm not trying to feel any of these things of this world anymore. I don't want none of it. Like I already told you guys, that's why I took a week break, because I wanted to make sure. Now I know. Now I'm here with the right mental clarity, and I thank God for that. I wake up and I pray for an hour. Okay, I pray for an hour, and even if I haven't prayed yet, I'll stop doing my day and I'll still pray, and I ask God, like, what do you want me to do? So my husband posted in here in the live, and I'll just read it. He says, society's biggest accomplishment is separating our heart from its root so it can die slowly, and in the process, they can profit from us while we crawl towards our sentence to hell. Wow. Wow. Are you guys hearing that? And that's the truth. That's what I've been like trying to tell you guys here. Like they just want to drag you. They want to grab you by the bootstraps, by your hair, whatever way they can get you, and they will just, you're just gonna be right there. The devil's like, right? Why do you think that you have something called a conscience? Why do you think you have a conscience? Because they make fun of it. They put it in movies to brainwash you, but it's kind of in a way, where they say you have the devil right here and you got an angel right here on this side, and they're like, that's your conscience, right? But they try to make fun of it. That's like, in a way, you have a choice, right? That's like them saying, like, you have a choice. So you have a choice at the end of the day. You don't have to feel that. The day I realized when I got saved, I was like, man, I don't got to feel none of this stuff anymore. It's like something in your head. You just God says, okay, she wants to be saved. And then the little switch goes off. And then you're like, wait, what? Why was I worried about that? Like, what in the, yeah. And it's like all this other stuff just starts to make sense to you. So I just really hope that what I said here today, this morning, if you got to be in the live, if you got to, if I answered some of your questions, I really, really hope that something I said here this morning resonated with you, something like stirred you up inside and made you think like, because you know what? I know that that all the stuff of this world, I feel better when God rid me of that. When I said save me, he saved me, and I feel good. And that's the thing. For if you're somebody who can't grasp around the notion of like, oh my God, wait, there's this God and he comes and he saves you. We're all grown adults here. But I will just say this, don't think about it in the way that, just don't think about it in that way, and you just go and, keep going about your life in the way that you're going about it, if it makes you happy. But also know this, okay? You can only go that way so far. That's what happened to me. You can continue going about it and, like, yeah, I'm doing great. Yeah, blah, 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 everything, all the books, everything, whatever you're doing in your life, but things of this world can only take you so far, okay? This is what I'm going to tell you today. Things of this world can only take you so far, and then it comes to an end, okay? And I don't know about you guys, but I didn't want my end to end like that, where I'm knocking at the gates of hell. I want to be knocking on the gates of heaven, I want to feel peace, infinite peace. And that's what I want for you guys. So that's it. I really hope that I answer everybody's questions this morning. And I thank you guys so, so much for logging into my live. If you came in here, I understand a lot of my followers, you know, they work. I understand that a lot of my followers, you know, they don't see a lot of my show till later on or the next day, which is fine. But if you came in here this morning and you got a chance to feel some of this heavenly energy from Vanessa Herrera, then I thank you. I thank you for always being faithful and loyal and just being such a good friend to me all the time and asking me good questions and reaching out no matter what. And, you know, that you're not judging, that you're not having that, you know, any of, you know, things of this world, you know, against me. Like, so I love you guys. I thank you. This live is already at 1 hour and 15 minutes. Wow, I can't even believe we've been talking this long. But I feel really, really grateful to have been on here with you guys. You know, I love every single one of you. I mean it. I just don't say it. I could care less if you like this video. I could care less if you follow me, if you subscribe. If you want to unsubscribe, do me a favor and unsubscribe. Because to be honest with you, I want people, I want anyone and everyone who is just willing to just really just seek out God and seek out peace, you know, because I didn't understand what the word peace meant until I gave my life to God. And I'll just say that. So thank you, all of you guys. You know, I know you guys like it when I do a joke and a word of the day. So today's, I'm not going to look it up anywhere. I'm just going to tell you guys, today's word of the day is strife. Okay. Strife. And you know, I don't know if you know how that's spelled. It's STRIFE. Look it up today. That's your homework for today. Look up the word strife and on Google. Look it up. Message me on Instagram. Tell me what it said and tell me what it means to you and how you're going to better your life today by getting rid of it from your life. Message me today. This is like a little friendly homework for one another. Tell me how you're going to change yourself today with that. And the joke of the day is this, okay? You ready? This world can't save you. Okay, this world just can't. Okay, because I don't know why whenever I think I laugh because I'm like, I can't believe I thought that this world could save me because this world can't save you. So I love all of you guys so, so much. Thank you for coming into People Talk Now live. If you liked it, you want me to do this again next week, and you thought this was more better than me posting an actual video, a pre-recorded video, then, you know, let me know in the comments. Comment, let me know. Yes, I actually like this better. Like you going live, you know, you talking and just, you know, me being able to ask you questions. If you actually like this more, then this is what I'll do. I'll just start doing them live in the mornings, you know, and it'll be more intimate. It'll be us be able to talk to one another. And I can even start inviting some people too on my Instagram live next week. So let's do that. Let's take a vote. I'll go ahead and take a vote on my Instagram today, and then you guys can just vote on it, you know, and we'll vote on what we're going to talk about, you know, and I'll find a way to incorporate the Bible into it and just answer some questions for you guys, because you guys are going to be helping me too along the way. So it's going to be amazing. So I love you guys so, so much. Have a beautiful Wednesday. Remember, we are always still trying to change the pace on what people are calling better days now. And now we know how to get those better days. Love you guys. Have a beautiful Wednesday. You're done.